We were approached by the US to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the US.
So I stumbled on this video of the president, His Excellency Sir Johndramanimahama of the Republic of Ghana, of how he has recently come up with an agreement with the United States of America to bring in or accept into West Africa, particularly his own country, Ghana, Nigerians, Ugandans, and other West African citizens that were actually deported out of United States of America. I just want us to quickly listen to him first, then we'll come back and wait into that. Meanwhile, if you're new here, thank you for tuning in. Please don't make this your last. If you like it on here, smash on the subscription button. Like this video at the end of the day if you find it quite interesting, educative, and expository. And at the end of the day, share your thoughts in the comments. Let's quickly take a look at this video first off, and I will be right back.
We were approached by the US to accept third-party nationals who were being removed from the US. And we agreed with them that West African nationals, were acceptable because all our fellow West Africans don't need a visa to come to our country. So if they decided to travel from US to Accra, they don't need a visa anyway. So if you're bringing our colleague West Africans back, I mean, that's okay. And so I think that agreement has been activated, and a first batch of 14 nationals came. West Africa has the protocol of free movement. And so any West African is free to come to Ghana and be able to stay for 90 days. And so if they decide to bring them, I mean, we don't have a problem accepting.
Wow. At least, guys, we've heard from the horse's mouth. And if you know me for sure personally, I am one person that I respect the leadership and, the governance, whatever it has to do with what leaders as a whole, especially in Ghana, right? Especially in Ghana. But on this other hand, we heard clearly that it is based on agreement. Even if I would actually liken this to an act of what? Humanitarian act, an act of what? Concern and the rest of them. Let's just take it on the grounds that it is based on the agreement that the president has with US. And like he rightly said, after 3 months, they will go. Wow, well done to the president. But then again, I really understand the position of the president, in his leadership. But I want to really think very well that the president understands the, pros and cons of the individuals as Nigerians. Let me speak for Nigerians that he is accepting into his country. You know why it is very difficult for me to, come conclusively and say this or that? It's because the leaders are, at the end of the day, silent about this whole incessant opera in Ghana, especially between Nigeria and Ghana. Today, it is the business law. Tomorrow, it is crime. Next tomorrow, it is this. From my own fellow citizens, Nigeria. I feel very, very pained as a Nigerian. Why? Because at least if the leaders would come out, address this whole thing in a way that it will be very, very suitable for the citizens of Ghana. I don't think all this whole back and forth would have lingered up till now. I don't think so. Even the recent protests, I don't think there would have been rooms if you actually want to be sincere. But the reason why they're silent, I don't know. And it is even a kind of, overwhelming for me. It is even a kind of overwhelming for me. I know that at the end of the day, they are trying to play safe on the grounds that they don't want to appear to the world that, okay, doing this is definitely going to cause a lot of frictions and the rest, and people will have everything to say, especially Nigerians. But then again, always standing to protect the citizens of your country at every given point in time, putting them first before any other would always be my own opinion. I'm sorry, this is what I think. Because as a parent, as a guardian, your children comes first. Your family comes first before foreigners, before anything. Nobody is saying there should be war, there should be violence or whatever. No, I don't support war. But if things are going on the wrong path, things are not, going on well, the citizens are, screaming, the citizens are raising uproar, concerns, based on all that Nigerians in Ghana are doing, because you can't tell me there are no crimes being committed by Nigerians in Ghana. You can't tell me that as we speak, the influx of immigrants is not causing more harm than good in Ghana. You can't tell me all this because they are evident, right? And why you think it is still a joke. Let's take a look at this video of the recent development of Nigerians, high-profile kidnappers in Ghana, who recently came into Ghana to plot out their graph on how to be kidnapping top, bodies, top people, celebrities in Ghana, and demanding for ransom until they were caught up with. Although for my other viewers who are not Ghanaians, this is just a summary of what this video is all about, and they've been arrested. Let's hear from the horse's mouth, alongside other video that my brother Chimdi, and other reactors have to say, right? Let's watch these videos.
Ghana has finally poured their anger on Nigerians. Ghana, wait till they saw. Now the news says 3 Nigerian nationals have been sentenced to a combined jail term of 96 years. 96 years for their involvement in vehicle theft activities within the Kumasi metropolis, Ghana. 96, like basically life imprisonment, right? Now look at this man here, Linus. Yes, look at his face. This man is about 50 to 55 years. Yes. Now add 32 years imprisonment. This man don't buy. He don't buy yo. Ghana for year. Wow. Wow. This is interesting. Nigerian government, I hope that they watch this one. Like, I don't understand. Is this not too much? Make una answer me, oh, is this one not too much? 96 years imprisonment. This one now, buy on your own for dear. Like, what is this now? What is this one now? But then again, please, say no to crime. Crime no good though. Say no to crime. Try. It is well.
They just sentenced 3 men wey thief motor to 96 years in prison for Ghana. Pay attention. First of all, I don't know how the law is in Ghana. I don't know how it goes over there. But 96 years for stealing a car. It ain't obvious say una know how many Nigerians did that country, and there've been so many protests of Ghanaians saying that Nigerians should leave their country. Now, the reason why they are saying Nigerians should leave can be debated by anybody. But Ghanaians, please pay attention, because me, I know say many of my followers, Ghanaians, they inside. When you are trying to ostracize a particular people, they only get stronger. This is what I mean. There are Ghanaians who have 5 children with Nigerians. What will happen to the children? There are Ghanaians that have businesses in Nigeria and in Ghana. What do they call it? Franchise businesses. What will happen? Like they will leave the Nigerian one. I don't understand. That one aside, I understand that Nigerians, they mess up where. That one I cannot take it away from Nigerians. You get those mumu ones. We know them. They inside our country. We suffer them too. We know those particular ones that are doing that rubbish. But you cannot come out and say that the entire country may they come out for your country. It's not possible.
This issue of Ghanaian landlord to stop renting house to Nigerians, it have started with. You can see as those boys they are outside. Before they rented those houses for them. Now the landlord have come and set them packing and also called the police too. You can see that they are all handcuffed because he knows what they are doing inside there. As he's sending them packing, he's calling police for them. So right now, and this one is fraud case, so it is going for jail immediately. If you're a Nigerian in this country and you're into fraud, stop or go back to your country, Nigeria, because it's not getting on any longer. Every day, new information and news are coming. So for your safety, stop or go back. That's all I have to tell you.
Another one again, 2 Nigerians have been arrested, and the intelligence actually came from Nigeria, and now Ghana police has also arrested the 2 people here.
Mema fa Chronicle the Bokrata no nakrata fa to so miensa. Wode asɛm bi ababeto ase. Chronicle akwakote asɛm bi a wode ababeto dwa enti we ahwe ya na wose Ghana titiw ni empanimfo Nigeria fo no wo mo efre no ogborofo no wo mo enye ahwe yie papapa esan se senkade we yi a me be ka ho asɛm nsenko mutumi ye anka ya so be yepa ya attention nka e be divert na we na Chronicle we ba mane se ya chi Nigeria de hye mienu ye de o makopie mu Accra Circuit Court ye de o mo ekoye no kwadu ya de bo wo mo ene se Womo ba Ghana memu ha sei aba be kidnap womo be che nkrofo no womo de womo akọ Niger Delta no so sie nim se ehọ ye wonipa bi ewo hɔ a womo ye atuate dom ewo saa empotamu hɔ ewo Nigeria man ni mu ye se womo ye enkane no womo na ye adwuma ena womo abɔ womo tiri mu pɔsɛ womo ba Ghana memu ha sei womo be kidnap womo ensemu bi womo ye nim womo ogborofo no na yasan ahwenya ogborofo no nko ase obi a wo din obi a ofri omai foforo mu na wabepie mu Ghana memu ha sei na omo tu no de okɔhye wo wi a ekwan a obobefa so afre babusuafo na wo mu di sika aba ansa na ye gya wo no eno ene wo mu etiri mu pɔ a wonom eboye na chronicle da bokata akye sei enipa mi yati obi a ye frɛ no Joseph Howell wanya emfihia bia 9 years 43 years wakyerɛ sɛ o private security officer ɛna ba ko so ye frɛ no Japheth Graham o emfihia duonum miensa 53 years wono so kyerɛ sɛ o ye businessman na enipa ni eno ayede o mukopie mu wɔ court no he Anna Susanna Edufo ɛna wɔtena ase opanyina wo ba wo mukɔ adu ɛwɔ court hɔ no wɔkyerɛ sɛ we aye chief inspector Jacob Malo Kubal oye esquire oye posini oye lawyer na asem ni nkyerɛ mu nyina ani wɔkyerɛ sɛ aposifoɔ ɛyɛ ɛbɔbɔ so me kyerɛ September ni da na ɛtɔ so nsia ɛna Nigeria aposifoɔ intelligence unit wɔ no Interpol wɔn mo ɛfrɛ Ghana aposifoɔ ka kyerɛ wɔn mo sɛ yɛnuanom sɛ de yɛne mu di kaso bom ɛwɔ ebibrem ha sei no asem sɛ ni ateɛ ɛne sɛ yade hye bi abɔ madwene mu pɔ sɛ wɔn mo ɛba Ghana ha sei wɔn mo abɛkyekye ogborofoɔ no wɔn mo kyerɛ sɛ Nigeria foɔ no mo ka sɛ obi yɛ ogborobo na kyerɛ sɛ nipa kro no wɔ sika pa obi a ne nsɛm obie obi a ɔyɛ ɔdefoɔ enti wɔn ba no wɔn ba abɛkyekye saa enipa bi high profile individuals na wɔn de wɔn afa border no so saa no de wɔn akɔ akɔpie mu ɛwɔ Niger Delta no so na hɔ no de wɔn nya duru ɛyɛ wɔn ankasa wɔn territory na sɛ baabi a wɔn abɔ wɔn sesen enti kwan a bɛfa so a bɛba abɛgye wɔn ne sɛ agye sɛ odi sika ba ɛna wɔn ahwɛ agya nipa kro no de amount na abra wɔn fɛ Ghana aposifoɔ no ɛna wɔn kyɛ sɛ saa nipa wɔn susu sɛ wɔn yɛ Nigeria foɔ ndi wɔn nim sɛ wɔn yɛ Nigeria foɔ na mmom wɔn susu sɛ Ghana ha sɛ wɔn ba no wɔn aba bɛdi bɔnɛn na deɛ kɔkɔ yɛ nie wɔn kyerɛ sɛ saa enipa yi wɔn yɛ Nigeria de hye wɔn ebi baako wɔ Lagos baako ɛwɔ Ondo State ɛna baako wɔ Delta River saa nipa miɛnsa yi a wɔn kasa wɔ telephone so ɛma wɔn ɛte yɛ no yɛfrɛ baako Matthew wɔn na wɔ Lagos no ɛna baako de ɛyɛ Smart Christmas Alfred ono ena wa Ondo State ena ba ko so de Adusa Ayile wono e wo Delta River ena omo fra obi e fra no Tari Tiemo ono wo Ghana ha sei wono ne Nigeria fo no de kasa nti wono de yese wo aflawo eho ena wo ti one omo di nkomo ka kire omo sei wo mo be ma sa nipa miensen obi a ebenya 1.5 million naira na guess what ye de ba Ghana scam no 20,000 Ghana cedis to omo 20,000 Ghana cedis no de amoma busuafo e wo Nigeria ono ma ba Ghana ha sei aba ba yesa adwuma na cheche nkofo e de wonom akọ afei omo kasa no omo ba omo tiri mo pose omo de speed boats e na ebe ba Ghana ha nti enye se bia omo fa plane na omo nante de bia na omo de car na eba omo de omo ba fa empona no saa no na omo aba beduru e na omo kire se de bia omo ba omo hwe so omo hwe yen ya posifo no ana se soja we say ye soja fo omo wonsuo mu say ye aposifo omo be security uniform and no media banti so security uniform de no oba obi a che no ka so bi o post ni na o so jani a enya dia obi a ebe bi so o questions bebre na ka o de aba be wura o mayimu na eno na intelligence no wo mo e kan wasam e de kire Ghana posifo e bobo so ne director so nsia ene ye ho na posifo bo abo mo no so okay enipa no ye frɛ no tie mu no Tari Tiemo no wo mo be hwehwe ne kira kwan ena wo intelligence no wo mo wura mu anu mo hu say aflawo no e wo Volta region ena wo no be hwɛ nti wo mo tracy course no Tiemo no call no why no eye wone Graham no any how no wone wo mo akasa ena wo di akira akokɔ Tiemo no ena Tiemo no timi ehwe ye ma wo mo chi eye how Graham no nti te say ya chi Nigeria fo no mienu ena Tari Tiemo no ye wo Ghana ha say ya wone wo mo edi nkita ho na no na aposifo say abra wo mo tutu say nipa nyina no wo ye wo ma dwen say wo say wo mo nim we say onim we so onim we ena e bi say wo say kwan be na mo fa so be pie mu wo Ghana ha che so wo ma fa kwan pa so wo mo efa kwamone so ena omo de be pie mu Ghana memu ha sei ena ebisa omo say de ba de na mo ba be ye wo Ghana ha we say an wo ba gi ni sika e de free tie mu ho tie mu no wo de no e de business na no ne wo say an wo de ba ko no so ye security how well no so ye security person eti ni sika aka tie mu ho eye 20,000 1.5 million naira no oba beji ena Graham no so say ah wono so oba beji ni sika ena ebisa say sika no so say wono so say sika kro no a ena post for say ah na ni sika kro no ye de na mo nyina mo gi sika kro no a na mo wo say oba beji no wo fa ho we say so oba beji no baabi foforo na ye hwe baabi a no mo da no hotel baako ena no mo mienu nyina enso eda ewo fragmenta mu ho eho ena omo de koso omo muku a sabre omo etoto omo no ho se ye di kan na omo say omo ni mo omo ho afedi omo ni mo omo ho eti se ye ken omo kopie mu ewo court no omo anya lawyer ni bi ama na nyina wo omo achi enti omo ka se omo nifo ena na omo se ye mo omo beli eno so no e ade a court ama kwan eti se ye ka se ye ide ye de omo akwakoto kukumu a woguso eye nhwehwemu omo ne Nigeria fo no ena omo guso a omo ye na nkofo no omo no omo kasa wo Nigeria fo no ewo Nigeria man nim no Nigeria intelligence kyerese omo achi sa nkofo no omo no omo so di nkita ho ewo ho no eti sa bre ye ide se di pa ne yensa omo di kan se omo eba no omo nya meduru ye eti di omo be kan ne se.
Now what you're seeing there is a Ghanaian minister. A Ghanaian minister. I'm pretty sure a great number of you have seen that video. The Ghanaian minister really is fighting for Ghana concerning their DSTV prices. Now, why I'm making this video is for personalities like Very Dark Man and other Nigerians who stated that Ghanaians are also corrupt too. So it pains my heart because most Nigerians who claim to be wise really don't know how things work. When a thing happens, you see everything as an evidence to a mindset. An evidence to a mindset. So before you open your mouth to say Ghanaians are corrupt too, then you should truly ask yourself, how is it that they have an administration that has less corruption or no corruption? An administration that has been treating them like queens and kings, just like the administration of most developed societies. How is it? Now this man you're seeing here, despite young, why I say despite young is that criminality is expected in youthful frivolities much more than elderly people. All right, so as a youth, you see this man fighting for Ghanaians in ensuring that DSTV prices remain affordable for Ghanaians or become affordable for Ghanaians. Otherwise, DSTV should go. Otherwise, DSTV should leave. But you know the funny thing, in Nigeria, irrespective of the fact that the person in this same position is elderly, therefore, no corruption should be expected from him, or no corruption is expected. Zero corruption is expected of him. Yet, such a person would display every amount of corruption and would rather incorporate DSTV or collab with DSTV in a bid to destroy his own people. These are the things we see in Nigeria. So my question to VDM is, how is it that Ghanaians that you said are corrupt are able to brood men without corruption? Because let me tell you, according to William Pate, 1966, I think, he said, if the people be good, the government can be bad. Nigerian politicians and their elites are totally bad because Nigerians as a people are bad. That's why I often tell people, who was Tinubu 30 years ago? Tinubu was a Nigerian like myself, like any other Nigerian. Who were our governors 30 years ago, 20 years ago? Who were they? People like me. How is it that all these people, with no exception, came up? They fought their way up for bad reasons. That's what we call criminal enterprise. It's not hard work. That's what we call. When I tell people that Nigerians don't work hard, they have criminal enterprise, or what we call Machiavellian industriousness. Machiavellian industriousness, or sinister diligence. Sinister diligence. Machiavellian industriousness, or criminal enterprise. It's not hard work. How is it that such people will fight only to destroy their society? When they are given privileges, when they find themselves in authority, they begin to destroy their society. They begin to take and steal from their society at the expense of the people. Why? This is the natural exhibition. This is the character of every Nigerian that I know. As it starts right now, I used to think I stand with a VDM in a mindset, but the truth is that VDM's latest video simply showed that he has a tolerance for corruption, that he compromises to corruption. So be it as he may, I could really say that I am the only one standing. And I know why I should be the only one standing, because I do not relate with I do not relate with Nigerians. In fact, a lot of Ghanaians do more of relating with Nigerians in Ghana than myself, who lives in Nigeria. I can't relate with Nigerians. I'm isolated. I isolate myself. That's why I can't think like them. My family cannot think like them. That's why I'm still the only one standing. I cannot be compromised in any way. I cannot, obviously. By the very special grace of God, I cannot be compromised. I can't speak for, and that's why I told video, like, why I started questioning him is in seeing that he fights for Nigerians. And I always tell people, you cannot fight for Nigerians and think you're doing the right thing. Even when you see an oppressed Nigerian, understand that what's happening to him are consequences of his actions and inactions. So you cannot fight for them. What you do is fight them, criticize them, so that they can rise above such and touch their mentality. This is him, fighting for Ghanaians. A young man, look at him. I don't think this man has hit his 50s. The highest is that he's in his 50s. Very young, yet integrity. Brooding with integrity. What environment, what society nurtures such a thing? Can Nigerians nurture such people? Irritants. Can Nigerians nurture such people?
All right. Wow. I am really disappointed. That is why I keep saying I'm disappointed that at this present time, with all this that is happening, The leaders are still silent. And I come to understand that even the forces like the police force, immigrations are also limited because they have their boundaries. They have the limit to how much they can carry out based on the instructions levied on them by the leaders, right? And they cannot take actions, in their hands. Because left with Ghanaians that I know who are concerned genuinely about this incessant crime of Nigerians in Ghana, they would have put this whole thing to rest by saying, okay, total shutdown on all Nigerian immigrants in Ghana. Who are you? What are you in this country for? What is your job? What is your duty? Blocking all the boundaries. And even as we speak, making adequate sure of the resident permit, the residents in Ghana in every look and cranny. Now, if you listen to these fools that we're asking, why should they give these criminals who were jailed 90-something years, tells you, like Chimdi has pointed out, how Nigerians adopt criminality, normalize criminality. That is why at the end of the day, oh my God, that is why at the end of the day, it seems to them as a norm. That is why they can still stand up and defend crime. They can still stand up and go into crime. But if these people were committing or are committing this crime in Nigeria, I won't have an issue with that. But committing this crime in Ghana is where I have a problem. Take the crime back to Nigeria. Take the crime back to your country. Take it and leave. But then again, why are Nigerians even finding it so painful? So painful when Ghanaians say Nigeria must go. You know why? Because they know they stand to lose and lose completely. But they will hide and bask under the hypocrisy, lies and pretense of we are the ones holding Ghana's economy. We are the ones building Ghana. We are building all these countries. Really? Really? A people building other people's country, hiding and dwelling in other people's country forever, like forever. And when they say leave, it is a problem. Left with me, if you ask me, what do you think about Nigerians leaving Ghana? I would say Nigerians at the end of the day, with all their criminality, should leave Ghana and go and build their country without mixing words. Go and build your country. After all, ECOWAS says 3 months. Does it mean that you will remain there forever? Come in, do business and go. Before or on the expiration of 3 months. Why feel the need at the end of the day to permanently remain there? Okay, even if they come with these tactics and hypocrisy of we are married to Ghanaians, must you be married to Ghanaians and dwell forever in Ghana? But for the fact that, okay, it is actually a law that Nigerians can marry to Ghanaians, Ghanaians can marry to Nigerians, we are not breeding hate or enmity. But at the end of the day, does it also justify the crimes of other Nigerians in Ghana? Does it? Anyways, I didn't even want to talk about Very Dark Man and his visit to the Igbo king because I just saw all these as shenanigans, showing off and all that. But in summary, let me also touch on that. What I heard from the part, let me just touch on the part where, he asked the man that some Igbos, they don't know him, they denied him and all that. And the response of this man, oh my God, it really got me laughing because it's laughable. Like a people that say they are one, they are Igbos, a tribe, and at the end of the day, they are not united. And all you can make of it is that people will not like you, Most people do not like you because at the end of the day, they are not in support of what you're doing because they know that what you are doing is a crime, is against the law. And to think of the fact that this man is still sitting and parading himself as a king, because men looking at the position and his palace and everything still screams and depicts kingship to his people, leadership to his people. Okay, even if you might want to say it is to his people, the same people who are denying him, you heard from their mouth that they are not in support. Some of them say they don't know him. To tell you how divided, ununited, scattered, unorganized Nigerians are. And this is why they still want to, by every means possible, live and buy in that country, Ghana, or anywhere they go. It is so shameful to see people come out that everywhere they go, they establish and carry their kingship and this and that, as though they are outcasts. They don't have a place they come from. Really? I can't imagine how a people like as I am, I would go to another man's country and have my own tribal king there that I'm bowing to, I'm pouring libation to. Like how? In a foreign land, in another man's country. I can't wrap my head till date around all this whole thing happening in Ghana by this same tribe, Igbo. And when you talk, you hear they're jealous of us, they don't like us, they hate us, they do this, we do that, blah, blah, blah. Hate you people? Really? Ghanaians hate you people? Ghanaians detest your evil, wicked, bad, gullible attitude. Nobody wants to associate with crime. Nobody wants to associate with negativity. Nobody wants to associate with evil. Nobody. It is what you people have done to Ghanaians by unaliving, kidnapping, just like you heard in that video, that is causing them so much pain. How do you beat a child and tell the child not to cry? Who does that, for God's sake? And guys, this is the situation as we speak in Ghana. You see, the one that breaks my heart the most is when I hear even Ghanaians say they support Nigerians in Ghana. Hook, line, and sinker. Now, what do you expect me to say? What do you expect to be my position now? They say they support. Nobody should say Nigeria must go. In fact, I couldn't sleep. I was like, really? Are you people kidding me? Are you people really Ghanaians? That with all this that is happening, your youth are standing up to say enough to crimes. Leave our country with your crime. Is it that Nigerians will be the one telling Ghanaians what to do in their country and what not to do? Are Nigerians not dictating for Ghanaians? I hear people say, let the law be adjusted, let the law be amended, let the business law be amended. People should temper justice with mercy. People should, not knowing that the law is no respecter of persons, tribe, name, or race. Can you go to America and tell America to adjust their law to suit you as a Nigerian? As based on immigration? Didn't you see how US deported Nigerians and all these people? Why didn't Nigerians rant? Why are they not ranting? Are these not Nigerians that were deported? And the president is accepting them. I wonder why he did not send them to Nigeria. Why did they not deport them to Nigeria? Because I believe these are Nigerians. Somebody is not seeing what I'm saying, that are using Ghana passports. If you think, oh, allegedly, that is what I think. These should be Nigerians or fake citizens using Ghana passports for them to, deport them to Ghana. Why Ghana? Why Ghana? And why accepting that? See, I'm very, very, at this end devastated and heartbroken because of all these things I'm seeing happening. The more you look, the less you see. As a Nigerian, I feel this pain because left with me, all this whole crime would have been trashed out, stopped immediately. Because I know my people. I know how criminally minded, defrauding, evil they can be. Most of them, majority of them. That is why, as I speak today, I can't stand with Nigeria. I can't vote for Nigerians. I can't interact with Nigerians because I can't trust them. I can't trust them. I can't trust them. See, I'm speaking with pain. I rest my case. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Ghanaians, I am really with you in all this because all you people are going through, all your cries. I feel the pain. I understand. I feel it. I know where I'm coming from. But I want to assure you today that, you see, all this is a matter of time. It will definitely subpedal. And I want you to always remember that you own your country and you have every right to act and do whatever you want to do. No Nigerian has any right to utter it, stand against it, or try to manipulate you to, adjust or readjust. For all those who are supporting that Nigerians at the end of the day remains and continue all this crime, may God be the judge. May God be the judge of each and every one of you. I rest my case. Thank you once again for watching. I don't know what are your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments. Share this video and stay subscribed if you like it on here. May God help us all. May God help Ghana and see you all through in these trying times. And at the end of the day, I pray Nigerians will wake up to their realities sooner than later. Thank you once again and God bless us all.